Could it have been anybody else? Viewers, how are we doing? Welcome back to Glory Hunter with Inter Milan. And of course, I've come from Arsenal, but I've not come alone. That's right, of course he's here. It's Diego, viewers. It's Diego. My first piece of business was to wrestle Diego from the clutches of Real Madrid, and that is what we have done. Diego is an Inter Milan player, signed for, well, look, the money's not important. 115 million. He's played twice already and not scored, so he's settling in, viewers. 6.5 as well. Not been great from Diego so far. But look, the man needs no introduction. We're Inter Milan manager. Transfer window. It was the obvious choice, viewers. It was Diego. It's Diego. The chant lives on. I'm so excited. Welcome to Inter, the made man. And of course, while signing Diego, that's not the only business that we've done in the summer. It was one of the hardest transfer windows I've ever had to do, purely because of the players I actually wanted to get weren't really achievable. The window technically isn't quite over yet because in Italy, of course, it ends at the end of August. So there may well be room for me to bring in a couple of surprise players at the very, very end of the window. Players have left, players have come in. Let's talk through them all. But we had to kick things off with Diego. So through the outset, Belgian midfielder Mangala has left, gone to Derby County. We got £15 million for him. So although they paid quite a lot for him and he didn't really feature too much, it wasn't my fault. So getting 15 million for him, I'm not too fussed about. That's not bad. Alexander Golovin has gone to Burnley. What a transfer this is, viewers. He's gone for £22 million, signed for 84 million not long after I left again, and then didn't really feature all that much. A weird signing, really. Did okay when he played, but didn't play that much. It was, yes, another strange one. Ezequiel Barco has gone to Manchester City. Pochettino has taken an Argentine with him. I can only respect it, viewers, to Man City. We've managed to get ourselves 26 million. Again, a player that played a little bit more, so you can see why Poch might want him over there. A little bit of friendship for him. 26 million, I think, is not too bad, though, for a player that, frankly, I don't think is actually all that. So, yeah, we'll take the money. He was also on a massive wage, so that was good. Gabriel Jesus has gone off to Crystal Palace. One player that probably could have stayed around, but we've got lots of good young strikers, as well as the one that I've brought. We'll see in a minute. But Gabriel Jesus, again, big money, 35 million. I guess did okay for Inter, having been at Chelsea and Manchester United before that, bizarrely. Inter bought him for loads of money after a pretty underwhelming time at United. It was a strange one, really. Had a decent season last year and so far hit the ground running with Crystal Palace, where I think he'll be brilliant, frankly. They've lost Bill McChrystal to PSG, so I can see where they've got money to spend. And finally, and this is the most controversial of the lot, and a recent injury to one of our new signings has made this feel a little bit painful inside. Federico Chiesa then has gone to Tottenham for major money. It's 79 million up front, but it could be 92 if he plays a lot of games over the next couple of seasons. That's 79 though. That was the key thing. Of course, we had to fund Diego, and Diego's not been our only signing, viewers. So there are the outs. We've made a fair bit of money from them, but I've spent a fair bit of money as well. First things first though, a couple of free transfers. It's DoctorBenjyFM, viewers. We don't just... Come on. Now, you're going to say, I shouldn't have done this. You're going to say, Ben, it's becoming an addiction to Andrea Bellotti. I'm thinking Italian, Euros coming up at the end of the season. It's good to have someone that you know, viewers. So Andrea Bellotti, welcome back. Well, not to Inter, but to me. Of course, we've had him at Borussia Dortmund. We've had him at Arsenal. He was a rival of ours at Torino. And after a decent loan spell at Norwich, he's back in form, viewers. So it's a good signing. He won't play. And this is a strange one. We needed some experience at the back. We've got Skriniar, of course, but a lot of the other youngsters we've got, a lot of the other defenders we've got are relatively young, aside from Anderson, who's going to play alongside Skriniar. But I wanted a good third, fourth choice defender, and Virgil van Dijk did that role really well for me at Arsenal. 9 appearances, came in when required, hated me while I was Arsenal manager because he didn't play nearly enough. He's now come to ours. He's got a slightly different role now. If we can just find this here in information. Is it information? No? Happiness? One of these? Yeah, he's a squad player now, rather than someone that expects to start. So he'll definitely play for me. Probably the Champions League, if you get what I'm... Probably in the Champions League. So we'll see some of Virgil van Dijk. But now, 2 big transfers. Let's talk about them. There's potentially one more on the horizon, with Sensi actually going to return to Inter. Of course, another player that we had, not costing me a massive amount of money, probably around sort of the 12, 15 million mark. We'll see if we can get him over the line. But there's 2 signed already, let's say, for major big bucks. Ben Sports News is going to be gutted. He's not been involved today. Gutted. We'll go for the cheaper one first at £78 million. Yeah, the cheaper one first. And that is Anthony Aragon from the Peruvian, viewers. A beautiful little Peruvian from A beautiful little Peruvian. We've got him from Real Sociedad, of course, in game called Real San Sebastian. Had a weird season last year, not as good, but the year before that was really quite good. Goals and assists to his name. They finished fourth in Spain, so they're a pretty good side, and he's a pretty good player. We've got flair in this team, viewers. We're gonna be showcasing our abilities. I don't know what this is. It's a cross between Strictly Come Dancing and Ainsley Harriott from Ready Steady Cook. It's one of the two. References you don't get elsewhere, viewers. I'm going to be honest, you don't get those references elsewhere. But there, you can just see by looking at him, an absolute star. And the idea behind it really was to get a player similar to Uar, who was at Arsenal. Speaking of Arsenal players, apart from Diego and Van Dijk and Belotti, who are frees, we've not got anyone else from Arsenal. I'll reveal that now, viewers. Arsenal don't want to sell anyone to me other than Diego, who was still kind of wanted to leave anyway in Real Madrid, and we went in never. So it's tricky. But I do think Aragon could be... yeah, like him a lot. And then finally, the man that has recently got injured and really disrupted my plans at the start of this season, Cristiano. Welcome him then. What a player we might have got ourselves here, viewers. Signed from Valencia after a 13-goal season in 37 games. A curious little player who can play naturally as a Mazzala or as an advanced forward. So what am I going to play him as? Inside forward attack on the right-hand side. Yep, that's what we're doing with him. Not a position he's currently natural in, but I think you'll agree purely by looking at his attributes in that particular role. He is made for this. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to play him. Of course, we let Chiesa go. Really good player. I just wanted to bring someone in who was a slightly more explosive player. I think Chiesa, again, really, really good, but I wanted someone like this who can kind of do everything and can play multiple roles as well, but playing out on that right-hand side. Cristiano, welcome to our team. I think he could be good. Cristiano de Lima Barcelos. I wonder where he wants to play in the future. But the reason he's injured is we've already played ourselves a couple of games. We will have Lazio to come a little bit later on, and the Champions League draw, which could be very spicy, to come as well. 2-0 against Cagliari, a 3-0 against Fiorentina. We've got ourselves off to the most fantastic of starts, and SMS is a man bang in form already. 2 games played, 3 goals scored at 8.45. This is the SMS that I want to see. Bear in mind, in the 2 seasons I was here, he got 4 goals in both seasons, playing in a very different, well, not a different position, but a different system. I think we're going to see the best out of him. He loves a long shot, this boy. Keep an eye out for it all season. He's going to be all over it. It says 15 long shots. It should be 25. So I'll say Lazio to come, and team-wise, we'll talk through that as we get into the game against Lazio. But before that, we've got a Champions League draw. I do believe it's happening today. Is it tomorrow? We've got some moolah for that then. Good stuff, just by being in it, which is handy. Of course, I don't really care. I don't want to be in the... I want to be in the Europa League, viewers. That's what we're getting at, as Lazio are buying really good... Don't do it. Champions League group stage then. Let's take a look then. Of course, this is why we're doing this in a video here. We've got to see who we get. 2 teams we could face in this Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund. There is a decent chance, viewers, we will play one of them. Of course, we can't play Lazio, so it's PSG, Real Madrid, Ajax, Tottenham or Barcelona, or one of Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund. We ourselves are in pot 2 with the likes of Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Lyon, Schalke, United and Manchester City. An absolutely stacked pot 2, by the way. Really good teams in there. And the rest of the teams, not too bad. The best ones tend to be Milan and Napoli, both in Italy, of course. So that's not too bad either. Monaco are decent though, as are Benfica, not too bad, along with Porto. So here we are then. Let's see. The first teams are going to be drawn out. Here we go. Right. So what teams are we... So it's B or F, isn't it? That's what we're kind of... Are we hoping for that? I think we're kind of hoping for that. As, some big... I mean, all these teams are huge. I mean, Lazio, good luck with that, boys. As Lyon go Barcelona. So is it going to be us? It could be us, viewers. This would be fantastic. Diego back to Arsenal. Oh, yes, viewers! Inter Milan to play against Arsenal in the Champions... I love it. I'm so... right, I don't care who else is there. Monaco, that's not... I mean, that is good, actually, because they're quite good. So we can make it look, yes, I'm like a magician. We can make it look real. Some really fascinating groups there, by the way. A couple of groups of death in there as well. Napoli, Madrid, Manchester United, Inter Milan, Arsenal, Monaco. Beautiful. I'm Mönchengladbach. No sleeping... Well, they're sleeping. They're not as good. But there we are then. We get Diego back against Arsenal. Me back against Arsenal. I don't really want to do it. They're gonna beat me twice. This is gonna be great. This is perfect. This is just what we need, really. Justifiable defeats. Fantastic. All right then, Lazio in a couple of days. We will talk through what you've just seen very briefly there in just a moment before we play away against the champions. Just the champions. Only just the champion. Me and Diego back at the Emirates. Oh, what a treat. Oh, and you know what? It's happening right now. Not for 12 or 15, 21 million. easy mistake to make, viewers. We don't really have a player that can sit in this defensive role if I want to change things up mid-season. Of course, I've had him before. We're getting him on a pretty... I still think it's a pretty good deal. I've got to be honest. £75,000 a week, squad player. There's not too many options out there for this role for this price. Like, a lot of players of a similar standard to Sensi at the moment are going for like 45, 50 million. So I actually think I'm getting a good deal. I know he's 32. I'm not going to be here for 5 years. So just... allow it. He's on a 2-year contract. Everything's going to be fine. Now, it says there he's a C standard player. That's pretty much what I wanted to bring in. If I could have brought someone in on a free transfer, I would have done that, but they weren't available. Lucas Torreira was an option, but has gone to Atletico Madrid with Hector Bellerin, strangely enough. 2 of the Arsenal boys have gone to PSG. 2 of them have gone to Atletico Madrid. It's quite interesting. So far, play 2, 1-2. Lazio 14th. That suggests to me Lazio have not won yet. Oh, by the way, it's just occurred to me right now as we're recording. Arsenal won the league. Watford won the FA Cup. I'm just curious to see who won the Community Shield. Just to fill in as well, Danny Graham stayed at Watford. Few of you asking about that. Marcelo Gallardo has gone over to Inter Milan. He's former River Plate, I think it was, and I think he's managed Sevilla on this save as well. Bayern Munich as well. So yeah, if you're curious, again, Danny Graham stayed at Watford. Who won the Community Shield? I mean, Danny Graham is collecting trophies at a rapid rate, viewers. Sadru got sent off after 15 minutes, and, Watford did the business. All right, so looking at the table, I'll say Lazio have they have won one. Okay, well, fair enough. It's very, very tight is what's happened here. They've won one and lost one. We've won 2 already. This is to make it 3 from 3, and there's a few teams who are looking to do exactly the same thing. Hopefully, though, we can be on it. And team-wise, then, this is what we're working with. Of course, in Italy, there are a lot of players, and we will get to know them all throughout our time here this season at Italy. It's not ideal because I would really like to play Cristiano in this side, and I've just noticed there that Sensi is yet to be registered. We should probably do that. So if I could pick my perfect team just to show you here, really, that is pretty close to what it would be. Fernandez at right back is probably someone else who would maybe play, but we'll go through the team. I'll introduce you to everyone right now. Kicking things off then. Kick Wolf is going to be our goalkeeper. So far, one thing I've noticed is distribution has been fantastic, mainly to the feet of Diego, which is exciting. We'll see if we see it today as we get involved against Lazio. And Zaghi will, of course, be at left back, one of the best left backs on the game. There's a wealth of about 5 or 6 fantastic left backs in the game world at the moment. All regens, absolutely sensational. He's one of them. Conrad at Dortmund is also one as well. Skriniar will be at the back. Of course he will. He will be partnered by Joachim Andersen from Denmark. I think I called him Joachim yesterday. I was trying to big him up a little bit, make him sound a little bit more fresh than he is. Fresh is the wrong word, Ben. And Deezy is going to be at right back. This guy, 19 years of age, 12 caps for Cameroon, could be absolutely brilliant. So I've got no qualms in playing him. As I mentioned before, Fernandez has got a big injury at the moment. He'll be out for a few more weeks and won't feature. Was injured in the pre-season on big money and probably the starting right back. Can also play in central midfield as well. But yeah, I've got no... And Dizzy here, I've got no issues with. Absolutely brilliant. In the centre, a familiar pair. This is nice. Nicolo Barella is going to be alongside the main man, SMS. Milinkovic-Savic will be the key to this team, really. Absolute heartbeat of it. Can't wait to see how he gets on. Ansu Fati is going to be on the left-hand side. Really, really good player. Excited to see how he does this season. Aragon, of course, will be behind the main man, Diego, playing that role. 3-star current ability. Still got loads of room to grow and be absolutely brilliant. So that's exciting. And as I say, Cristiano on that side will play there. Training him there at the moment. I think he'll flourish there as well. He's that sort of player. And of course can play a Mazzala role, can play as a striker as well if required. So really, really versatile. And we've got options out in those wider areas if needs be. And of course, the main man, Diego, will be up top. And of course, Cristiano can't play. So what we're going to have to do is bring in a man that I'm hoping will also be able to learn this role. It's Alvarez at right wing here. You can see him here. Central midfielder, suited to be a central midfielder, but similarly, fantastic crossing, decent enough dribbling, very, very quick, good vision, good technique, good passing, good long shots, could play that inside forward role absolutely fantastically in my opinion. So like you can see it there. Again, lots of attributes that really cater to playing there. So we'll see how he gets on. And that then is the team. A little bit of a rundown. Of course, the bench, we'll get to know a lot of these boys. A couple to pick out. Mirko Carroll, not actually called Mirko Carroll. Should probably... Yeah, I've called him... He's 6'8", viewers, if you've not noticed. His real name is Mirko Amato, but in honour of Andy Carroll, who has retired and didn't even bother with coaching, Mirko Carroll, 6'8". Mirko, you can see why we've done it, viewers. The unlucky man, really, Eddie Salcido. He was an absolute superstar, tipped to be the top goal scorer this season. Not at the moment. Diego is... Sorry, Eddie. Sorry, Eddie. And another And another of our options out on the right-hand side is Albert Verhagen, who could play there and will probably play there if this experiment doesn't work. So far, I should say actually, playing Alvarez out on that right-hand side, he's got himself 2 assists in 1 game, so it's going okay. Cristiano was injured in the first game, which was annoying. All right, quite a long episode today. A weekend upload for your faces as well, as we get into this one then against Lazio, against the champions, against probably our closest rivals in this title race. Let's see then, can we do the business, or will these boys let me down? That's very defensive, for heaven's sake. Haaland plays up top through the middle, a team full of regens, and of course the main man from Dortmund, Livakovic, will be in goal for them. He's won 3 titles in a row. He's probably loving it. All right, we owe Lazio after what happened last time. I can't imagine I was here for that. If it's referencing 6 or 7 years ago, that is Football Manager. That's top notch. All right, then here we go. Inter versus Lazio in a camera angle that I don't use for videos. I mean, the thing is, right, it is fantastic. Like, I'll show you it just for the sake of showing you it. This is what it is. It makes Football Manager look very different, I think is the phrase I would use. If we score from this now, I might keep this forever. It's quite slow, but it's quite enjoyable as Ansu Fati racing forward. Feel free to give this a go, viewers, if you fancy. I'll show you what the things required. Shoot SMS. I've seen you do it about 4 times already this season. As Ndidi on that right-hand side. Can you get the ball back across? Diego yet to score for me this season. This could be the moment. Diego's there. Oh, viewers, it's so perfect. Diego. He's doing it like that. He's loving it, viewers, and so am I. I realise he's doing it in front of the Lazio fans. Probably not wise, Diego. Probably not wise. They're looking at me. They're going, someone take that harmonica off him. Weirdly, they speak in a very sort of Middle English accent. But carrying on, Diego's there and nearly doesn't score it. Nearly cocks it up, viewers. It's the lowest height and the closest zoom on vertical scrolling, and then I reverse it for whichever way we're shooting. It's like playing, it's an old FIFA camera angle in many ways. We're going to go back to 2D Classic, though. And this will now start the debate on why do you use 2D Classic? Because I like it, viewers, that's why. You get your 3D replays. We see it in 3 dimensions all the time. But yeah, you can see here forward. And unless there's a massive outpouring of we like that new camera angle, do that all the time. And Diego, by the way, he's just scored. He's in again, Livakovic, equal to it. Of course, this is the year. Now, the problem is, I've sort of brought Diego in. A bit of a hitman, really. If I move again, I kind of want to take Diego with me. So I need to go to really like Real Madrid or PSG, who would be able to afford Diego if I'm going to continue this Diego thing that is it's working, viewers. He scored. Lazio with a bit of possession, and they were a problem, of course. If you missed it last episode, hopefully you've seen it by now. You will know that Lazio won the league last year on games played against one another, as Wolf there has done fun. Who's afraid of the big bad Wolf? Lazio are. Terrifying. Yeah, they won it on their head-to-head record. Goal difference wise, goals scored, like Inter had them beat, but Lazio beat them 2-0 seconds to their last game of the season. Unreal stuff. I mean, I'd have been broken, viewers. Absolutely broken as they go close again. They're coming out of their shell a little bit. Of course, we're adopting what is the Arsenal tactic into this Inter Milan side and just seeing how it works. The idea in that really is I want to get the absolute best out of a man like Diego, and to do that, don't change what worked so well last season is the thought process. As we're forward again here, and there's SMS. I mean, I'm surprised he's missed, viewers, if I'm honest. Oh, what a world. Back at Inter Milan with Diego. Beautiful. And it's 1-0 going into half-time. Then things are looking good. Of course, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below on transfer-wise, who you think we should have been trying to bring in, who I haven't brought in, where you think we're weakest. Right back, leave me alone. I know you've already left your comment, haven't you? You've already left your comment. I can sense it now. Look, he's going to grow into the role. He's going to be absolutely fantastic. He's going to be great. As Lazio forward here, hopefully he doesn't cost me this game, because that would be sad, as Under goes into the area, close to the area. That was decent. I've got to say, if we beat Lazio here, they've already lost a couple. They'll be 6 points behind. I mean, things are looking up. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a deja vu, where I've been 1-0 up against Lazio before, and then lost 2-1, and Kick Wolf wasn't there then, so Haaland was offside, but even so, I mean, substitution-wise here, Alvarez has had a pretty quiet game. And I mentioned in pre-game, Verhagen is going to come on and replace him. Adi Salcido's there in the wings if needed. Aragon and Diego. I'm not sure about Aragon yet. He's going to be a bit of a Taran, or he's going to be an Oar. And I'm hoping he's a bit of an Oar rather than a Taran. We'll see, though. Of course, we can put Diego into that role if absolutely necessary and bring on Salcido to play ahead of them. As I'll say here, viewers, the time's ticking away. I'm going to go defensive. I'm not going to go Italian just yet. I'm going to save that for a very special occasion. But, well, we'll take it. It's 1 goal. It's the main man. It's Diego getting us the win. Inter 1, Lazio 0. In what was Quite a passive affair, but we'll take it. Understated, I would say. Well done, lads. Great win for us. Really good win for us. And that then puts us top of the Serie A. So far, Napoli look like our closest challengers, but Milan, Zebra and Udinese all undefeated. Actually, as are Sampdoria and Frosinone as well. So we'll see how they do in their upcoming games. But so far, so good. The title's all we need, and dropping into the Europa wouldn't go amiss either. That's going to bring us to the end of this one. If you're excited about the continuation of the series and you're pleased to see me into Milan and you think the transfers aren't too bad either, please do drop a like on it. If we can aim for, I'm going to set a big target of yours, 1,500 likes. If you're not someone that normally does it, this is the date, isn't it? And if you want to see some more, then make sure you're subscribed. I'll be back probably on Monday. I might take tomorrow off. I'll still be streaming and whatnot, but probably going to take a day off videos, and we'll be back for the rest of the season Monday, 5 o'clock. We love with care. For instance, see you next time. Goodbye. There's probably going to be, there might be a video tomorrow, so Twitter is the best place to find out. You little beauty.